Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome here to the ButtKicker 100. As we are about 3 minutes now into qualifying. As you see, Taylor Peacock finishing up his qualifying here on lap number 2. We've got a great night here at Iowa Speedway. I thought we were going road course racing, but that's obviously only for Xfinity and Cup. We're going to be here tonight for the trucks at Iowa. And man, I was surprised when Chris told me Iowa, because not even 45 minutes ago, I said, we're at Charlotte Road Course, right, tonight? And he was like, no, we're at Iowa for the trucks. And shows you how much I pay attention sometimes. But hey, here tonight, we're going to be seeing some great racing. I love Iowa. This is an awesome track here. You are going to see some good short track racing. And if you see something that looks maybe a little bit different about these trucks, look at that slick number 94, new models on the iRacing truck cars, on the new iRacing trucks, I should say. We're go ahead and getting the models updated to what they are in the real 2022 season for the NASCAR trucks. So this is, the new models. We're seeing the new F-150, the new Silverado, and man, the Tundra looks so good. But I don't think we got any Toyotas in the field except Robert Richards, I think. Yeah, but the Toyota logo is bugged out on SDK right now, so it's not showing him. Man, that Toyota looks hot. All these trucks look hot. If you see a Chevy out on track, Chris, hop on board with them. Let the fans see that in a minute. Yeah, look at that. Whew. All these trucks look very, very nice. New update. They were free with obviously if you had if the trucks already, you got the free facelift on them, and man, they're out there racing these Johnnies hard. We're seeing some good racing here, or good qualifying times here early, and I think we're gonna see a very good show here tonight, and I'm expecting to see these playoff guys push it to the limit.
Yeah, something that I was watching for is I see Jason brought his truck out for Iowa, so looks like Jason going to be on the field here tonight. So that's going to be really interesting to see, unless he was just driving it around trying to give some pointers to everybody, because we know Iowa can be
It says he was disqualified, so I think
okay.
He was just practicing.
So
yeah,
must have been just practicing for that 3 of Jason Collins. I did notice he was out there.
Look at that, Chris. Look at P2.
Travis Twitty moving his way up into P2. Man, good drive there from Travis.
Uh-oh. We might have us a ball game tonight, Chris.
Yeah, he was telling me out to play. He was telling me that he knew how to drive Iowa. He was trying to get me into the race with him last night. I fell asleep while I was on the computer, and I did not get the messages that he sent me. So it looks like Travis Twitty really did have that game plan set for us. We're gonna go on board here with his teammate, Jason Bridges, see if that 34 can set himself up to a better lap as he's diving down into turns 3 and 4. This is going to be a very interesting track to watch here tonight. You know, there's a lot of different lines here running into turns 3 and 4. Turns 1 and 2 are pretty much the same line. You can run a little higher up the track on turn 1 and 2, but you really want to get down there to that yellow line, turn 1 and 2. But 3 and 4.
Bad bump in 1 and 2.
Yeah,
at the top lane.
There is a bad bump in the middle to top lane. There you go. That was it right there. Jason Bridges did hit that bump. You see it washes you all the way up there to the top of the track. So it looks like Jason Bridges hit that bump, really unsettled that truck. Now he's moved his way up the track. This is going to slow him down for the second lap, but we'll see if he's able to advance it any more up here. It looks like Joey Doucette just now set himself up into that 7th position. Only 1 position for Jason Bridges. It looks like Akamai Proctor also set that lap. Looks like he's already pulled it down pit lane. We're right on board here with Joey Doucette.
Ooh, that truck looks really good now with that front end.
Ooh.
Really lit, yeah. That's a nice looking truck right there, and that 16 of Joey Doucette all the way up to the wall, and he's gonna better himself. P3 for Joey Doucette here, one of our playoff drivers.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and get those points pulled up as there are no drivers out here on the track. The top 8 drivers are really starting to show that they deserve to be in this top 8. So we'll go ahead and get that pulled up here on the screen for you. As right now, Joey Doucette is your current points leader. Then you've got Doug Neal in 2nd, Jason Bridges 3rd, Robert Richards 4th, Daniel Worthington in 5th. Jason Bridges and Robert Richards tied for that 3rd position. Daniel Worthington in 5th, Bobby Hall Jr. in 6th, Alex Healey 7th, and Taylor Peacock is riding on that bubble point. So he has got to, him and Alex Healey only have a couple of points separating them, so they really have to do a lot here on these last couple of races to get themselves into that top 4.
Pretty cool. While you were going through the points right there, I was just scrolling through the Facebook feed on Bluegrass, and I actually saw that freaking Jason Bridges was actually streaming on his personal account, and I have Jason added. So I was watching his hot laps from inside the car and just seeing how bumpy the track is. It's pretty cool to see that these guys are going to have a handful tonight, and no different here in the trucks than what you expect to see here. And a lot of guys that maybe be watching tonight that aren't too into the platform like some of our drivers here. Maybe we have some fans out there that do race in the D class, higher seed class that know what it's like to race the ARCA cars out here on Iowa. We know that's a big track for that series, so it's pretty much the same in these trucks. You're going to see that same familiar bumping, beating, banging around. These guys are definitely a lot more maintained than some of your fixed series that you would be seeing, but we'll definitely see that like Chris said, the bumps tightening your driver up. It's going to be wild here tonight. It's a good track at Iowa to make these boys go racing the trucks. And I'm glad that we got to race here tonight to set us up closer into the round of 4, because this is going to be definitely a driver's track here tonight. And just in your top 3, you're seeing 3 drivers that have shown so much speed here in this latter half. But I got to say a big shout out to Twitty, man. P2 here right now as it stands with about 40 seconds left in qualifying. I think that's going to stand for Twitty. So congratulations to the 29 sitting on the outside pole here tonight, possibly. And Chris, I think that's just going to set the rhythm for here tonight. We're going to see a lot of drivers that we possibly didn't expect to be fast here tonight be fast. Iowa's one of those tracks. It's a rhythm track. You get a driver into that rhythm, it's very hard to stop it. If we know about those tire saving lines that you were so famous on this track back in the day, Chris, we could see some drivers taking it the distance with just tires.
Yeah, I did win 4 back-to-back races here in official. I'm not really much of an official racer, but I did win 4 back-to-back races here off of tire line. Pretty much everybody was running that bottom lane in 3 and 4, and they were eating those tires up. You just ride and cruise up there that top lane. There is pretty much an entire lane. The black line. You can see the groove up to the top lane. If you put your truck there, you ride that bottom or that groove with your left tire, you can pretty much, just cruise through that corner and set yourself up really well. And, set yourself up with a lot of momentum out of the corner into the front straightaway.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We're going to see some good hard racing here tonight. Looks like the pace car has taken the field in pit road. We should be going to racing here in a moment. Chris, I got to say, next season, we got to open it up with an exhibition race on the Iowa Oval for the Legends. Man, we've got to get a Legends Oval race in here. I know we've got the LA Coliseum, but we need something crazier. Looks like our field is going to be getting ready to take to the grid here in just a moment. It looks like Alex Healey's wearing a football helmet with that window bar. So we'll see these guys get to grid here in just a moment. Looks like our drivers are taking grid, though, pretty fast here, as we'll see that 97 Holley-equipped Alex Healey machine start on the pole position here tonight. The playoff driver who got himself a good finish last week, trying to extend here into the round of 8, possibly pick up a win, sitting himself on the pole. It's a great place to start here tonight going into Iowa. Here in P2, that 29 machine, Travis Twitty, high side hustlers. Love to see this Chevy Silverado out here sitting P2. He's learned a lot of things this season, gained a lot of experience in the multiple leagues he races in and his official grinds. I actually saw him in a video getting mad at a dude during a wreck the other day, and it was just a random YouTube video, and there was Twitty popped up. So that shows you how much he's racing out there. Twitty out there getting on them boys and officials. He's going to start P2 here, and we're seeing if the Triple Screen Bandits got anything for these boys tonight. Joey Doucette, he's going to line up P3 here tonight. Another one of those playoff drivers looking to have some success like he's had in the later runs with his fuel strategies. Bobby Hall Jr. going to start P4 here with Doug Neal in that P5 position, trying to get a win here again. Christopher Blanchard, he's going to start in that 6th position. You're going to see Taylor Peacock in 7th with Robert Richards rolling out tonight in the only Toyota in the field in 8th. David Brackett, 2 weeks ago, he was the winner. He is going to line up here tonight, P9, with P10 going to Cody Farrell. Getting through the rest of the field here, Jason Bridges is going to line up in that P12 spot. Then we're going to see Daniel Worthington in 13th. Let's see. Oh, my goodness. Our field is all over the place. 14th, they're going to go to that 42 of Ed Osborne. I'm trying to see if anybody's getting any EOLs. Doesn't look like it, though. And then 15th is going to go to that 9 of Akamai Proctor. 16th going to go to Ed Osborne. Or excuse me, not Ed Osborne. Goodness gracious, Chris. 16th is going to go to Ron Morris Jr. There we go. Josh Clemens 17th. Scott Madden 18th. And that's your grid, man. When these boys get all out of shape, I cannot do math. I hate it. That's why I started calling races, and I'm not somewhere writing on a chalkboard. Get back up on the leader, Chris. We're about to go racing.
Yeah, I was trying to get it through there, but they kept changing up as I was going to click on
Every
them.
time, and they would change.
Every time I'd go to click on it, they would move around, and I'm like, oh, I can't click on them.
SDK, I know it's probably out of your control, but if you could find a way to please just make a static live timing during pace lap, that would be awesome. You've got where it says formation lap. It knows when it's going green. Make a way to freaking make it static, please. Pace car off. Here we go. Get the lines tightened up. I'm hearing from Jason Collins. Looks like they're going to hit the start zone here in just a moment. Green flag is out. Alex Healey, Travis Twitty. You see the lights flashing in the stands? These boys are racing. Nighttime Iowa off into turn 1 for the first time tonight. Travis Twitty going to ride that middle lane. And that's the tire-saving lane, Chris. He might lose a couple spots here off the beginning, but we'll see if Twitty reels him back here if he's got some tire-saving. But it looks like he's already getting a good run out of turn 2. And down the back straightaway, he's going to sink right back up to Alex Healey. But here at the end of lap 1, the only person to gain or lose a position here in our top 5 will be Blanchard, but we've got a caution. Robert Richards. I'm seeing Robert Richards. Oh, no.
That thing is bent.
What
Oh, my goodness. That truck is bent in a U shape.
I've never seen that.
That must be a new damage model. As we saw him getting into the corner here. We'll go back here just a little bit and see if we can see what happened here.
I want to know, it might be because he got glitched into West Wigan right there, and whatever glitching it did there, it definitely looked like it helped that car get whatever kind of U-shaped bend it took to the frame.
Yeah, we see the 48 going down there. It looks like they just did make contact. The 48 is going to come up the track there. Oh, big hit there.
Big hit for Verrill as well to the outside wall. Man, it just seems like that 11 is an innocent bystander all the time.
Yeah, but look at that, man. Robert Richards' truck is just completely bent up in a U. That is crazy.
Look at it hopping. It's like he was stuck. Does look like it's going to bring some drivers down for fuel. West Wigan, Josh Clemens, Akamai Proctor. Looks like Verrill is going to come down and take some damages. And then obviously Robert Richards, who took the big blunt of that wreck.
This is, that would pretty much hurt Robert Richards in that point chase. He does not have a banner on that car, but he is in the points chase right now. So Robert Richards is going to kind of hurt from that little bit of damage that he just took. He's currently sitting in that tied for that third spot with Jason Bridges. Yeah, you're right. But you know that he's still okay. You know he's got next week at Martinsville that he can. You know he's just got to go out and do a really good job at Martinsville and you know hope that he can get out there, lead a couple of laps, and you know really rack those points up to help him out.
Yeah, he's gonna probably need a win after that.
Yeah, that probably have to get a win.
Or the rest of the top 8 here to have some very unfortunate luck.
Yeah.
Which is very possible. We're not going to count it out, but we'll just have to see, man. That's going to be a big one for his playoff run.
Yeah, that's going to really hurt him. It looks like Scott Madden, Ron Morris Jr., West Wigan, all down pit lane again. Probably just taking a little bit of repair from that big hit. I know West Wigan, he did take a little bit of a shot there, but it looks like it was mainly netcode. Doesn't look like it really damaged up the front end or the rear end of that truck too bad. So hopefully that 88 will be able to hang on to that race truck and be able to make pace.
Jason just putting out their race control. So apparently the frame was possibly bent on that truck. So that could be a thing. Be careful when you wreck.
Yeah, so you know that's really gonna affect races now. You know, I actually had my dad pointing this out to me as I was showing him a replay the other day. Actually, that Josh was talking about Travis Twitty, And, you know, he was like, man, that just doesn't really make a lot of sense. You know, you can hit the wall that hard and, yeah, you know, you're damaged or whatever, but you can just, you know, put it in gear and keep going, pull it back around to the pits. Well, as you saw, it doesn't look like you're going to be able to just put it back in gear and bring it back to the pits now.
We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, that could have been some weird netcode damage with the way he got inside of Wiggin and it wigged the body out of the truck. Jason again reminding the drivers to maintain pace speed and keep the lines tight. Does look like we're going to get to a restart here. The pace car down safely. Alex Healey fires off strong. Twitty looked like he might have just missed a gear a little bit. Looks like he is going to get into the gear fine, though. Looks like he just kind of like, you know, when you go to get it into gear sometimes and it RPM revs and then you get it into gear. Yeah, it looks like he just kind of, I don't know.
Whoa! Joey Doucette getting a little loose. I
was about to say, they are big leaning.
Yeah, look, if you're looking in that turn three right now, turn 4, you're going to see that top lane. That's the lane I was talking about, wondering how long these drivers are going to decide to wait and go to that top lane. You know, right now they're going to run that inside lane to just make up as much pace and much time as they can, but probably going to see a lot of incidents coming into turn 1. I know that whenever I raced in official races, a lot of your accidents happen, you know, coming out of turn 4, everybody getting a little loose. Alex Healey setting the fastest lap there. Travis Twitty all over that back bumper, though. But like I was saying, you know, one of the things, you know, coming out of turn 4, you know, just getting on that banking the weird way and the back end coming out, or that unsettled, you know, turn into turn 1, that can really mess up the race truck. So we'll see who has the pace right now. But it looks like the 97 of Alex Healey is setting. Oh, I take that back. Travis Twitty set the fastest lap that last time by.
Man, Twitty's got something cooking tonight here, Chris. And I like it.
Yeah, him and his high side hustler boys must have really got into the sim and put some practice in, because it's coming out to show. You know, like we were saying, that triple monitor bandit, he is definitely getting the love right now. He's able to see how far he can get up against those walls and stuff. So that's something that really helps. You know, you don't really realize being able to see that, just that little bit of extra space can really help. See Joey Doucette now falling back 5 positions right now, currently battling with that David Brackett machine, last week's race winner at Las Vegas. So we'll see if David Brackett can have it set up here tonight. You see Jason Bridges right now fighting with Joey Doucette on that outside lane. Looks like the Jason Bridges machine, he's riding that conserve line like I was talking. We'll see how long it takes for his teammate to run it too. You know, that's the line he's running right now, down to that bottom line. That's about where you want to run in turns 1 and 2. But whenever you get up here into 3 and 4, you're wanting to run it all the way pretty much up against the wall. You're wanting that left side tire on that right groove to be able to save it. You can kind of roll through the gas a little bit. You don't have to touch the brakes like you do down, you know, diving down into turn 3. So, you know, it really helps keep your momentum up.
Yeah, if you can get into that middle groove right there in 1 and 2, but there's a pad bump. If you hit it the wrong way, we've seen it already. It can unsettle the race car and get you up there. But Alex Healey and co, they're still just running pace up here. 23.82 last time out. We'll see what his lap time is this time. See if there's any fall off yet. 23.94, 23.94 from Twitty as well. And then 24.03 from Hall Jr., Doug Neal. So you're starting to see these lap times slowly fade away here at lap 13, but that's bound to happen here at a track like Iowa. You don't necessarily go through tires at night here, but you can if you're on that car too wrong. And it seems like a lot of our drivers here are in the right places right now. We'll just have to see about these lap times and if we've got any drivers pushing it too hard here.
Yeah, like I was saying, it looks like Alex Healey, Travis Twitty, all still running that pretty much that same line. Down there at the bottom, Alex Healey not diving it down as far. You see Travis Twitty also not diving it down as far. Looks like the 94 Bobby Hall Jr. did ride it a little higher. I want to say Taylor Peacock has been the only one that I've seen so far that has committed to that top lane. I see him getting out at the gas pretty much at the crack, as I like to call it. There's a little crack in turn going into turn 1. That's my mental lift zone. And I saw that was pretty much the same place that 81 got into. Doesn't look like he's running. See, Jason Bridges running that line right now. You get that tire on that seam, and you pretty much can stay in the throttle and really, you know, really ride through it. We'll see if he runs that same line here in just 1 second. We'll go on board with him, and you know, I can pretty much show you exactly what I'm talking about. Looks like he's running that little bit of a higher conserve line coming out of 1 and 2. But we'll see if he goes into that line again. Doesn't look like he is, but you can see that third line up there at the top of the track. That is pretty much where you want to put that right rear, that left front on that line. So we'll see if these drivers really start committing to it, or if they just decide to pretty much run their own race. You know, right now these drivers do all have their own lines, so something interesting to see. That's why I love watching these Bluegrass boys race, man. It's always fun to see, you know, who does what and what does what, and you know, see what they like to run, and then, you know, I get in the sim and I try to do the same thing. It's a lot of fun.
Indeed, man. It's you learn while you're watching. It looks like Bobby Hall Jr. is starting to learn a little bit. He's starting to catch up to the rear of that 29 high side hustlers of Travis Twitty. We'll see if he's got a pass here down the back straightaway as they're going to wheel it off here to 3 and 4. It looks like he's getting them set up here on this bottom lane. Bobby Hall starting to find a little bit of speed, possibly. Maybe Twitty falling off a little bit, or conserving, I should say. We'll see if he's going to make the move here into turn 1. It doesn't look like it. They're at the seam down. They're going to get out of the gas, throw it down to that bottom lane, and it looks like the 94 just really getting down there on that yellow line. He's going to open up the
Twitty
inside
the
passing zone. Yeah, looks like Twitty got in the wall a little bit. That's going to slow his run, and it's going to allow that 94 Bobby Hall Jr. around on by. It looks like back here, Christopher Blanchard running up onto the top of the track. Looks like he's going to pull up to the behind of that 77 of Doug Neal. As we're starting to see our top 5, top 6 really starting to separate out and really starting to swap positions. We're starting to see those late run trucks come to life here at lap 20. You'll start seeing those guys that know how to save the tires or conserve the equipment at the beginning. They'll really start to come to life here and show that these guys that have been running their equipment a little bit too hard where they're wrong at. Maybe they'll have to go into pit road this next time and readjust. That's what you love about racing. It's all about learning, baby.
Yeah, you saw Christopher Blanchard currently running up there on that top lane. That is pretty much the exact same line that I run whenever I drive at Iowa. So that 48 right now, pretty much just doing exactly what I said. You dive it in a little bit, you let the truck kind of drift up just a little bit onto that groove, and then you just kind of plant it there, and you let that left front just kind of hang on that groove as you're going around. You can make up a lot of time. You start losing a lot of time. Looking at it, you go 20, 30 laps into it, you're like, man, this line's not working. But then, 40 laps into it, you're like, oh my gosh, where's all this speed coming from? And it's just because you have a lot better tires than the guys in front of you, because they're all down there running their equipment into the ground. So it's one of those things that, yes, it is a slower line, but, the old saying, slower is faster, is one of those things that, that comes into play there. It looks like the 48, Christopher Blanchard right now on the inside of Doug Neal. So we'll see if that 48 going to make a move. Doesn't look like Blanchard's going to try to stick it in here. Whoa. Getting on that back bumper, that 77, man. And see PP Talata in the Facebook chat saying, good luck, Bobby Hall and Flex Motorsports. Bobby Hall now starting to slowly creep back up into the picture. Back into the picture, up into the front position. He's got Alex Healey now about a second and a quarter. Second and 1/10 now. So Bobby Hall starting to creep up to Alex Healey, but Alex Healey really needing to be one of those drivers to get something done here. We saw, last week having a lot of issues in that race truck, and just having a lot of, being mixed up in the mess, as we call it. So Alex Healey, though, out here on a good spirited run here tonight.
Yeah, and it looks like Twitty's still doing a good job to hang on. He's sitting P3 here in that 29 machine. He lost position to Bobby Hall Jr., who is starting to gain a little bit of time to Alex Healey, but Alex Healey doing a good job to run it away here at the moment. Doug Neal, the 19 and the 38 of Doug Neal, Christopher Blanchard, and David Braggett all racing right here as they're starting to catch Travis Twitty big time now. You see that 34 Jason Bridges made up 6 spots, and it looks like the 77 going to go to the inside of the 49. Oh, 77 like he might have got loose midway through corner. He's not going to be able to slide back up in there. He might lose some position here. That outside lane, Chris, starts to come to life here a little bit later in this run.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Just trying to see what drivers are going to run what line here early on. That's something that whoa, looks like Travis might have had a little bit of an hiccup there. Maybe 77.
Doug Neal pitting in.
Yeah, the 77 going to go ahead and come down pit lane. But you see that, the 48 all the way up there to that top lane. This is where we were talking about, that's going to be the 19 of Christopher Blanchard. He's going to be the 48 on track. No, it is the 19, isn't it? Oh, yeah, that says 19. It looks like it says 48. Okay, so the 19 of Christopher Blanchard running that top lane.
Where you see 48.
Yeah, maybe it's just my view, the way the light's looking at the camera, but I don't know. But Christopher Blanchard running that higher lane. But Bobby Hall now starting to slowly creep up to Alex Healey.
I don't know. I guess I could see where you're seeing it. When the light shine, the 1 does look like a 4. I didn't see the 8. I still saw 9, but oh well. 94, Bobby Hall Jr. Sound like I just heard somebody else calling pit. Yeah, Agamai Proctor, Taylor Peacock coming down. Looks like Doug Neal on his way out. I saw Robert Richards driving around on the back stretch of the track. I guess he blew up again because he is slow rolling down pit road.
Unfortunate for that 48 machine. Unfortunate.
Alex Healey, our leader, going to come down pit road. And Travis Twitty.
Ooh, 3 wide there for 1 second. Travis Twitty going to go ahead and pull it down pit lane, as you heard. Sounds like his high side hustler teammate of Jason Bridges is going to stay out. Try to make up as much position as he can. I know he's probably looking for a stage win right now. Just trying to get as many points as he can, currently sitting in that 3rd position, tied with Robert Richards. So Robert Richards is going to have a little bit of room to make up here next week. But Jason Bridges is going to secure that 3rd position after tonight. But he's going to try to get up here and get as many points as he can. Try to get this stage win from Bobby Hall. But we know Bobby Hall, one of those drivers, once he gets out in front, man, you can't catch him.
Yeah, Bobby Hall Jr. is fast, man. He's got speed, and it looks like it's coming out again tonight here at Iowa. He's been one of those drivers that showed a lot of speed on the short tracks. It's good to see him finding it again here tonight at Iowa. We love this place, man. I love being here, and excited to see as the run keeps going who's going to develop what and who's going to go where. But it looks like we've still got a bunch of drivers who have not came down pit road, as I would expect to see some of these guys that came down pit road at lap 3 under that caution try to extend it out just a little bit more here, since they do have a little bit more fuel.
Yeah, Josh Clemens, Scott Madden, Ron Morris Jr., Cody Merrill all came down pit lane. So at lap 2 and 3, so them drivers do have a little bit more fuel in those cars. They might be able to make it a little longer. It looks like Doug Neal set the fastest lap on those fresher tires. So 23.47, really fast lap here at Iowa. Man, he is getting all the way down there to that yellow line. You can see Doug Neal really got the homework out here tonight.
Yeah, the 77 looking good here, man, as he's starting to pick up speed here in the postseason. Last week, or was it 2 weeks ago, he picked up the podium. I'm not 100% sure. I'm having a brain fart on that, but, he's been looking very good. That was 2 weeks ago, actually. Yeah, it was when David Brackett won. So, that 94, though, he is also been a driver that's shown a lot of speed this season. Blanchard has shown a lot of speed since he's, been picking up the pace here and, got a new scheme and everything. I think he's feeling comfortable, Chris, because that Blanchard machine was fast all last week. And he's been fast the week before that as well, was showing a lot of good speed all week.
Yep.
And
I'm wondering if these new trucks have I know they got a little bit different aerodynamic package to
a little
it,
bit more downforce.
But that's what I'm saying. Wondering if some of these drivers now that kind of got used to that lower downforce package, now that they have this little bit more downforce, you're really seeing the ability come out, and that could be something that you see it. Makes it a little easier to drive. You're able to not be on the edge all the time. And, maybe that's bringing out some skill. And, this is also a track that you have to have a lot of driver skill at. You can't just get in here and, think, oh, yeah, I'm just going to throw it left. No, there is definitely a line you have to run at this track. And if you don't run it, you can really hurt yourself. Bobby Hall Jr. still out in the lead, but you're seeing Chris Blanchard in that 2nd spot. And then Jason Bridges on that back end. So he's trying to wait for that 94 to go down pit lane, try to get at least one of those get a stage point for leading the lap. Or bonus point for leading the lap, excuse me. But Joey Doucette now, he's fallen back 1 position, but now currently sitting in that 4th spot. You see Josh Clemens now getting passed from that Alex Healey machine, giving himself a lap back from that 99. Doug Neal is right behind him. You see that 22 is Scott Madden. Whoa, the 77 having to get out of the gas there a little bit. Those cars are going just a tad bit slower than everybody else. Jason Bridges making a move on that the 19. I almost did it again. Just looks like a 4 there for a second. Then I caught myself. But yeah, Jason Bridges on the inside. We'll see if he can make it stick. That inside lane, you don't want to be down there as much as that. But man, he is all the way down there at the bottom. He's going to have to get out of that gas. This might open up the door for that Blanchard machine, but Bridges got a good run out of the corner.
Bobby Hall Jr. going to be coming down pit road this time, surrendering their lead. So we'll see if the 19 or the 34 decide to do the same, but it looks like they are going to battle it out here coming around. Oh, look at Alex Healey, the big run on those fresh tires. You're starting to see him go to put himself back on the lead lap here, as he's just got to pass that 19 to Blanchard, and he'll do that with ease. Sounds like the 34 coming down pit road. We'll see if the 19 follows suit here as well.
Yeah, those tires are probably starting to become a factor for that 34. He's wanting to go ahead and get it down pit lane. He's going to have to get it slowed up here quick. Man, I hate this pit. This is the only thing I do not like about Iowa. It is definitely a pain in the butt to get in the pit stalls or pit lane.
That's how I feel about Darlington.
Yeah, Darlington too. I feel like I can never get slowed down in time for Darlington.
That's why I just stopped racing there. I'm horrible at pit road, but it looks like, you know, these guys are doing an excellent job out here. Christopher Blanchard, he's in the lead with Joey Doucette behind, so we've got 7 drivers that have not pitted. Excuse me, 6 drivers who have not pitted.
6 drivers who have not come down pit lane.
Well, Scott Madden, Josh Clemens, and the Cody Verrill machine have pitted, but they put it on that caution to top back up. But it does look like, well, actually, Cody Verrill got a lot of damage repair onto that caution, but it looks like the 19 bringing her down pit road, so we're starting to thin out. Now it'll be 5 cars that have not pitted.
Yeah, he's going to take the Richmond pit lane entrance. You saw Jason Bridges come out of turn 4 there, but he came out of turn or the backstretch, so that's going to slow him down just a little bit. But it's a little safer to do that than anything. But Joey Doucette, he is trying to battle out David Brackett right now to get that position back, or excuse me, David Brackett trying to battle back to get that position back from that 16. Oh man, I am all kinds of backwards here. So Joey Doucette going to lead a lap. At least try to get some of those points. It looks like Blanchard coming down pit lane right now. Cody Verrill also down his... I am all tongue-tied tonight. Oh, my goodness, guys. I'm so sorry. Blanchard on his way out. Looks like might have just taken fuel for Blanchard. Yeah, 6.2 seconds, so Blanchard fuel only. See if that hurts him. 5 sets of tires here tonight, so no, with only 1 caution. Kind of interesting to see him not take tires there, but Scott Madden coming down pit lane right now. He's going to go ahead and surrender that lead, surrender that 2nd place to Ed Osborne. So Joey Doucette, Ed Osborne, Josh Clemens are the only drivers who have not come down pit lane yet. So we'll see how long it takes them to come down pit lane. But the stage break will be in 4 laps right now. So that could be why these drivers going ahead and pulling that trigger.
Looks like Ed Osborne going to make his way down pit road. So now it is just, and Scott Madden. Now it's just Joey Doucette and Josh Clemens, the only 2 drivers that have not pitted.
Wondering if Josh Clemens, Joey Doucette just going to try to ride this out to the stage, just try to at least take that stage break, you know, get the stage win, get the stage points, so that way he can help himself right now. He is currently leading the points, but he's only got 1 point over Doug Neal, so that's probably what he's trying to do, is just give him that little bit of separation between him and Doug.
Yeah, you know how it is, Chris. You're just trying to get as many points as you can, lead as many laps, and separate that gap between your rival. And there comes Joey Doucette down pit road. Josh Clemens now the only driver that hasn't pitted. He is the sole survivor. When will he do it?
Even though he has a playoff banner on the front of that truck, he is currently not a driver contending for the playoffs. So the 99 of Josh Clemens.
I think you might need to refresh. I'm not seeing him in a playoff banner truck.
Okay, I will do a refresh then. So if you see the trucks go white, you know what?
I say we should probably do it at the stage break, but it's fine. You already did it.
Josh Clemens going 1 more time around. Pits will be closed. Excuse me. Pits are closed. So he's going to have to take his bed now. Yeah, paints are updated.
He will win the stage, though. Akama wants back on the lead lap so bad. Let him back! Let him back!
He will get that lucky dog, though. Josh Clemens going to walk away with your Blanchard's Towing stage win. Good job there from that 99, now that I've got his right paint scheme on. I see it. It's an Irish scheme now. That thing looks good.
Oh, Clemens just ran out of gas.
Oh, no.
EOL.
99 of Josh Clemens run out of fuel. Oh, we better hope he can get around. Looks like everybody going to go ahead and pull it down pit lane. Oh, that 99 of Josh Clemens just trying to get into his pit stall. See if we have a race off of this this pit lane, though.
I don't think the 99's going to make it. How fast is he rolling?
He might be able to. You've got the
We'll
luck
worry
of the
about him
Irish
in a
on you.
second. As I say, we'll pay attention to him in a second. Let's get back up here on board with our race out of pit road. Looks like Alex Healey going to come out first. Whitty with a slow stop. And we can go ahead and grab Josh Clemens. Yeah, I just heard him say he's ready whenever.
All right, looks like he did make it into his pits, though. That's good.
All right, well, we're going to have a word with the guy now sitting tail end of the line when he gets out here, but he was your stage winner. Just ran out of gas on the way around. Bring up your Blanchard's stage winner. Hey, Josh Clemens, this is Chris and Josh up in the booth, buddy. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys. How's it going?
Man, going good, and I'm sure it was going good there for a second, and then, man, now back at the end of the line, but the 99's looking strong tonight, man. We saw you ran out of fuel right there, and, hey, how are you going to recover from that? But congratulations on the stage win, man.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, you know, being out of the playoffs, it's just about having fun right now, so, you know.
Heck yeah. Yeah, we know it was, we were saying that earlier, probably just out there having fun once you realized, you know, you were going to be able to make it to the stage. But, man, you ran out of fuel. You got a good running race car here tonight. We know the 99's capable of doing it. Man, we're excited to see you thankfully make it back to your pit stall without having to take a, you know, a long trip around and wait a good 3 minutes. But, hey, you're going to be able to get back in this race, Josh. Congratulations on the stage, man, and hopefully we'll be talking to you here in a little bit.
Hey, thanks so much.
Thanks.
Have a good one. Yeah, bye.
That was your Blanchard's towing stage winner. So while we've got a break from the action, we're going to go ahead and take a break and go to an LNS custom side-by-side. So we'll be right back with the action, but you won't miss any of it.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
welcome back from that LNS Custom side-by-side. But while we've got another opportunity here with the field stacked back up, we're going to go back to green flag racing, but we're going to give you an opportunity to get those volumes cranked up. As we're over the halfway point of this race here in just a moment, we're going to give you an opportunity to turn those volumes up, get those full screens going, and enjoy these sights and sounds here with a loud pedal brought to you by our friends over at LNS Customs. And here we welcome you back to Las Vegas. Goodness gracious. Iowa Speedway. Here is Alex Healey still out in the lead after that LNS Customs loud pedal. You're going to see that 97 come across the line. 55 laps to go here until we finish this race out. So it's going to be exciting to see what drivers are going to go where. You're going to see that 76 Braun Morris Jr. make his way past that 38 of David Brackett, not racing for position, trying to get his way back on the lead lap.
That 76 also not battling 4 points position. He was not able to make the races, so unfortunately Ron Morris Jr. was knocked out of that top 12. But currently, you know, he was able to make it tonight, so good to at least see that 76 out on the track. You know, like we were saying last week, you know, even though these drivers aren't in the battle for the playoff, they can still make money. They can still race for, you know, for that position, you know, for, you know, you pay the, you know, the $20 to, or the $10 to race, and then the next thing you know, you get out here, you get, you know, a pole position or whatever, and your next week's race paid for, man. Come on, there you go. I mean, not pole position, you win the race, your next race is paid for. There you go. That's a win in my book.
Heck yeah. And it looks like Travis Twitty is now trying to make his way back up to the field. He is sitting in ninth, man. After a good opening, you know, stint from him, it stinks to kind of see Twitty fall back here, but he does have time to recover. Still only at lap 74 of 125. Is anything going to happen here? And you'll see Jason Bridges now rolling that outside lane. It looks like he's starting to find some rhythm here in that 34 machine as he's sitting currently in P6. See Taylor Peacock on his inside lane. A little bit of door scrapage right there on that machine as well. Wes Wiggin and Taylor. I heard them talking earlier in chat just a second ago after a good run they had. Obviously, they were saying that was some good racing right there, Taylor. So Wes and Taylor were talking to each other. Yeah, 81. Big bump in that outside wall. 88 going to go up there and slide in front of the 81. Travis Twitty now trying to work his way again back up to the field.
Looks like Jason Bridges is running that top lane a little more consistent than the rest of the drivers right now, though. Alex Healey still out here in the lead, though. We're going to go back up here on board with that 97. He did surrender the lead, come down pit lane, and then, you know, gave up the lead, but now he's back out in it. So David Brackett, though, about a second and 10th back from him. Doug Neal, whoa, Bobby Hall Jr. and Doug Neal, man, they are leaning. It's good to see that, look, that the net code did get a little bit fixed, or at least it's working pretty decent here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Because there is a little bit more leaning like we saw last week. You know, the Xfinity race, there was a lot more leaning than there was the trucker race.
Yeah, it looks like they're losing more time to Alex Healey as David Brackett out in front of them in that second place. But Alex Healey starting to stretch those legs a little bit more. He was about 6/10 slower that time than David Brackett, but he's still extending that lead. And it looks like Brackett's starting to get on a little bit of a run here from Bobby Hall and Doug Neal as these two are starting to fight. I just saw the half-fast on the back of his that's pretty funny right there. Bobby Hall, man, love when the drivers pick at themselves, you know, it's always good. Or he could be talking about the driver behind him. You know, you see that with the driver behind you. Is he talking about me? And then it makes you play a mental game for a second, throws you off your line a little bit. But, you know, we're seeing some good runs here from our field tonight. You know, we were talking about earlier race, Chris. See some names we weren't expecting. Alex Healey, David Brackett, Bobby Hall Jr. That's your top three right now, baby. We know Alex Healey has been successful these past couple weeks. Man, coming in here tonight, picking up a race win again. Alex Healey, I was not expected to see him be so dominant like he is here early.
Yeah, I was going to point out right there as we were watching that 34 and the 88 battling for that position. If you noticed, the 34 was riding that top lane. The 88 was able to get underneath the 34, but because that 34 was riding that top lane, he was able to keep that momentum up. The 88, well, let's see, you can see the 88 is going to have a little bit faster, but the 34 is going to have a lot better momentum out of the corner. Just watch this. This is that difference. This is what I was talking about. You see that 88 having to get out of the gas a lot. That 34 riding that top lane. He's going to be able to stay in the momentum just a little bit more than that car behind him. So that's going to be the line to watch out for. You could see Jason Bridges really start moving up through the field here before too long if he keeps running this line. He's running that line I was talking about. You see the 88 getting all upset. But look at the run for that from Jason Bridges. That was what I was talking about. That inside.
We have a big old pack race going on right here, Chris. Don't get off of this. This is good. 3 wide here at Iowa. Joey Doucette on the bottom lane.
Yeah, now watch this
Wes
88.
Wiggin
Dive it back down to the
big
inside.
drop. This is hurting his tires so much, that sliding all the way back up the track. You're losing so much momentum. And then look at the 34 just right off the corner. Chris, we've got a car that's looking fast here in the midfield, and that's Jason Bridges. I don't think he's got the speed right now to go up there and win the thing. He's doing a really good job showing these boys how to get it done on that outside lane. And look at the pack that these two racing has brought up to them.
But that's what I was telling you, Josh. This is not a fast line. He is pretty much running the exact line that I won my races in. He is. I can't lie to you. That is my exact line that Jason Bridges. But look at the distance he's already putting between him and Wes. It's a slower line, yes, but in the long run, you're going to be able to save your tires a lot more than the guy behind you, or that's fighting for that position. But we'll see what happens. It looks like David Brackett was able to get around Alex Healey, but they're battling for that lead position right now.
Yeah, we were looking at such a good race back there that, man, now we're looking at this. This is insane.
You see David Brackett was able to promote himself up to that lead. Alex Healey is now in second place. You see Bobby Hall Jr. There's a little bit of a gap between him and Alex Healey. And then the gap between him and Doug Neal, about a second and a half. You see Chris Blanchard, he's going to be back there in that fifth spot. And then we're going to go back here. We see the distance between the 34 Bridges and Wes Wiggin now. That is just what that little bit of separation and tire save can do for you. You know, it is, like I said, a slower line. But, like, you know, they always say, you know, there's an old dirt saying, I know, I heard Scott Fritz, I think, use it one time, said slower is faster. And it's honestly the truth.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes.
Chris, I got to say a big shout out to David Brackett, man. He's been a slow driver, or I say slow driver, a creeping driver tonight. More quiet. It sounds like Alex Healey going to come down pit road this time. 77 and Doug Neal going to make his way down pit road. 29, so we're starting to see a bunch of drivers want to pit here at lap 87, 81 as well.
A lot of drivers coming down. Alex Healey, Doug Neal, Taylor Peacock, Travis Twitty. Twitty, it looks like he's going to try to get on the same pit cycle as Alex Healey. He sees something in that 97 machine. He sees something in that strategy, so maybe trying to follow is that 29. Man, Alex Healey in that good-looking race truck. I love these new skins, man. These new schemes, and these new trucks. They just look really good.
Yeah, the front end lift has done a lot. Sounds like David Brackett coming down pit road and the 11. Cody Merrill's sitting in 15th right now, but the 38 is your leader. He's going to come down pit road.
See, Bobby Hall, looks like Bobby going to go ahead and try to get some of those points for leading the lap. So Bobby Hall Jr. going to be your lap leader here at lap 90. Blanchard right behind him. And then look at that, Joey Doucette on that inside of that 19. Man, Joey Doucette, one of those drivers that, you know, we've really talked a lot about this season. He does have, I want to say, 3 wins on the season. Check my stats. Yes, Joey Doucette has 3 wins on the season. So like we said, it's one of those drivers that we've started noticing these last couple of races is really getting it done. You know, he did win on the fuel strategy at Bristol, pure fuel strategy at Bristol. So the 16 is really just showing you that he knows how to get it done out here on this racetrack now. He's trying to catch that 94 Bobby Hall right now, but Bobby Hall looks like he's coming down pit lane right now. He is. See if Joey Doucette tries to hang it out there for one more lap. Looks like he will. Then you see behind him, Josh, look at who's slowly creeping up into the picture now. I guarantee you he is going to try to run this at least a couple of laps longer than everybody else. I'm looking for Jason Bridges to be the last person to come down pit lane right now. He is running that line to perfection. That's just, like I said, a little bit of a slower line, but it is one of those lines that if you can just stay on it, you can get up and you can really run and use a lot of that, use a lot of your tires up, you know, whenever you're like, okay, I need to go. Watch for Jason Bridges right before he comes down pit lane. He might have a 5-lap stint where he just attacks the bottom of the track.
Yeah. We'll see. It looks like everybody has come down pit road besides Joey, Jason, Chris.
Yeah, it looks like 3 drivers on the lead lap. So if there was a caution right now, this would definitely shake everything up. But everybody's pretty much separated out right now. If there was a spin, it would just be a self-inflicted spin, what it would hope it would be. It looks like the 16 of Joey Doucette going to go ahead and bring it down. Looks like Jason Bridges is going to stay out for that extra time. Like I said, he's going to go ahead, get that lap, get that lead lap point, so that way he can try to catch up to these drivers up in front of him, Doug Neal and Joey
34
Doucette.
pitting.
I was going to say, it was going to be, he was just going to wait and try to cut it off as much as he can, but 34 going to come down pit lane now. Like I said, I was wondering if he was going to attack for a couple, but you know, he's probably seeing that tire wear and just going to go ahead and say, I'm done with it. Whoa, got to get it slowed down there. Whoa, really attacking it off the corner. So right now, Blanchard's the only driver who has not come down pit lane. Alex Healey is coming back around right now to take that position away from Jason Bridges. But Jason Bridges just hit his pit stall right now. So we'll see how long he is down pit lane, still in there right now. So he's going to lose a couple of positions, but he will have those fresher tires. So we'll see if that comes into play here for Jason, or if he's going to just get out here and start attacking since we've only got pretty much 25 laps to go.
19 down pit road, so that'll bring everybody, goodness gracious, down pit road, and that'll bring this race basically to the final stage of it right here, Chris. Everybody is now going to be on that last run. We're going to see if we stay green here. Not to jinx it, but we're going to see how these boys are going to manage in these last handful of laps right here. This is going to be a good one. I think we might see somebody go to victory lane that possibly not expecting here. Look at David Brackett, Chris, all over Alex Healey. He has done an excellent job here in this late season. Picked up the win a couple weeks ago, and now that 38 is just on another run here tonight.
Yeah, he stole it away in a photo finish there from that 48 of Robert Richards. You know, Robert Richards has not got a Bluegrass win. That's something that he's been looking for. Unfortunately, he won't, be able to battle for that tonight, but we know Robert Richards, last week he could have had it, but he had that push from Healey, and David Brackett was able to take home that win. So Brackett out here showing a lot of poise on this track, but like I said, don't count out Healey yet. He might just be going on a little bit of a conserve line. We know that Holley EFI 97, man, he's got it tuned up, and he's showing that it's really fast out there tonight.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing a good job right now, still holding on to the lead. David Brackett, I mean, he's shrinking the gap, but he's doing it so minimal right now that it's kind of hard to tell. It's been a good 3/4 gap there, which is not really anything. That's a good little gap right there that David Brackett's, shrunk up that he had earlier. And, he led the race, coming before the pit stop cycle. And right now he's trying to do that same thing, Chris. He wants to get back up there. I think David Brackett wants to lead this race, but he's biding his time. It's the wisdom coming out, the experience, all of it. I think that 38 is going to bide his time here. He's going to try to go for another photo finish.
Yeah, let's see if that 38 has it underneath him. Like we always say, you get one win, and then all of a sudden it just feels like, you're a different person. So maybe David Brackett, maybe Wyatt's got in his ear a little bit. We know Wyatt's been really showing a lot of speed in the Cup Series. So maybe Wyatt's getting in his ear and, saying, hey, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. And, but like I was also saying, maybe this new truck package, having a little bit more downforce, being a little easier to drive. I mean, I personally haven't driven them yet, so I don't know how they are to drive per se, but I've heard that everybody says they're a lot more fun to drive. So maybe maybe the 38 has just found his niche in this series.
We know that 38's fast, man. He showed speed last season, just never was able to really put it together. But here this season, man, here in the late half of the season, actually, he has put it together in all the right ways. And now here, with coming to 20 laps to go in 2 laps, he could possibly be winning his second race of the season here. I mean, he's chasing down Alex Healey, another race winner in this series. And these guys are both very talented. I think we're going to see a good battle here. Look at the runoff before he's getting.
Yeah, but I'm just curious at how much David Brackett is using up that equipment to keep up with Healey. It doesn't look like Healey's really putting too much effort into the corner, but it looks like David might be pushing a little hard to keep up with that 97, you know, but like we were saying, this is going to be the time where your strategy is going to play out. You know, I know they've changed up tire models and stuff, and it's been a little bit since I've raced here, but you know, if anything, you know, comes into play, we've got 20 laps to go. That's going to be where your strategy really comes into play, is those last 5 laps. So, you know,
That's Robert Richards.
That's good to see the 48 get back out on the track, man. Getting a golf clap from me. Robert Richards back out on the track.
He must have came out recently, because I know he was in there when they were coming down for green flag pit stops.
Right now, you see David Brackett and Alex Healey still battling out for that position. Bobby Hall Jr. on a spirited run right now in that 3rd spot. We see Doug Neal about a second back from him. You know, everybody hears you say a second back, you're like, oh, that's not that long. But on a racetrack, that is an eternity. That is an honest eternity. Whoa, Ron Morris Jr. Caution's out.
Uh-oh. Things just got shook up here, Chris.
They did. Now, this is where strategy pretty much gets thrown out the window. We come back, we're going to have about 14 laps to the green. That's going to be where you just pretty much dig the entire time. Gonna go back.
Yeah, everybody is now on equal strategy, equal equipment. This is going to be fun.
Oh, he just got a little low. Oh, yeah, he got down there below that yellow line. That car just, you know, you can see there's a little bit of a banking trend. Oh, big hit there from the 76. Oh, we'll see if we can go on board here and watch what happened with Ron Morris. See him get down below that line. Oh, he just gets a little sideways. And the banking transition right there might have unsettled the rear end. He tried to keep it. Oh, just into the wall.
Wait, so is there driver animation for when they hit the wall now? You know, they added head bobble and all those animations to make the driver look more alive in the cockpit. What does it look like when they hit the wall? Ah. Okay.
They don't do anything.
I was hoping his head would bounce around, you know, a little bit. You can see his body move. That'd be pretty funny. In the virtual world, that is.
Yeah, not hurt in real life. We don't want to see anybody get hurt in real life.
Unless you're Joey Logano. What? I didn't say it. I'm just kidding. I love Joey. I don't want to say it like that. That was me. Somebody's going to take that the wrong way. Just NASCAR fans being NASCAR fans. But Bobby Hall Jr., right sides only. It's going to get him out first. Taylor Peacock out second. 2 right side tire wonders going to come out 1-2. Then it's going to be Healey, Brackett. Looks like Doug Neal got out. Wes Wiggin, Ed Osborne, Joey Doucette, Blanchard, and then Worthington going to round out your top 10.
Man, a lot of shaking up there. Oh no, somebody murdered the cone.
Poor Cone.
Poor Cone, just doing his job, minding his own business, and then gets run over. The one thing we always say is you got to watch out for that thing. It can get stuck under your truck and really wreak havoc.
Dude, I've seen it get stuck under people's cars before, and it like lift the frame off the ground.
Yeah,
front wheels just don't work, and you go flying up into the corner.
I've watched somebody hit the wall like that before in an official race. Somebody hit the cone as they were coming out of the pits, under a green flag, and they hit the cone down the backstretch. I think it was at Talladega, and the next thing you know, the front end of the car went up, and then he just went right into the wall. It was crazy. It was one of the weirdest things I'd ever seen.
Yeah, that cone can kill you.
Looks like Bobby Hall, like Josh said, going to win that race off pit lane. Taylor Peacock also taking right sides only. So it looks like the right side gang going to be in that first and second position. See that 48 of Robert Richards. He's going to get a lap back here in just one moment. Looks like Ed Osborne, Akmai Proctor on their way out of pit lane right now. That 9 machine might be taking a little bit of damage repair. It does look like he's got a little bit of damage on that right side. But that's something to expect here at Iowa. You know, you get up into that wall. I'm pretty sure that if it really put scrapes on the wall, you'd see just a big black line down this whole front stretch wall.
That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because that's pretty much what it is. You know, it would just be a bunch of colors all down the wall, because that's all you do is lean up against that wall. Especially now that it doesn't gorilla glue you into it.
Some tracks.
Some tracks, yeah.
Imagine iRacing with beam and G damage.
You'd never get anything done.
That's all I'm saying. You'd hit wheels one time and bend the control arm like in real life, and everybody'd wreck.
There we
That's
go.
why.
iRacing, Beam and G, get together, make a game.
Please don't. I'd never make a lap.
Like I said, we're gonna come back. It's gonna be. It looks like 12 to go when we get green. So that's, like I said, you're gonna have about a 11 lap shootout. That's gonna be. Whoo, that's gonna be a crazy thing. Because like I said, the strategy was you come down pit lane, you get about a 25 lap gap. That's whatever your tire strategy for conserving is gonna be about a 20 lap run. So that could have worked out for somebody like Jason Bridges that was running that top lane. Conserve for 15 laps and then 10 laps. The last 10 laps you just attack while everybody's having to conserve. That's something you can do, but now that just goes out the window. Now it's just an attrition. It's just trying to get to position, trying to make the position up and trying to get up there and stay in that position. So we probably haven't seen the last caution flag come out here tonight.
I don't think so, but the way as these drivers have been racing here tonight, Chris, we might. This could be a green flag run. It's going to be an interesting one. The 94, the 81, both of the two-tire strategy. They're going to bring us to the green flag here in just 1 second. And there goes the 94 firing off. Green drivers. We've got, 11 laps to the good.
12 laps to the go. 12 laps to the good, excuse me. Whoa, you see the 81 of Taylor Peacock washing really wide up there.
He got big loose. 38 going to give him a big bump here.
Yeah, try to push that 81. Try to give him a little bit of momentum.
3
Whoa, 3 wide there for a second. Whoa, the 88 getting a little loose up there in front of 16. Like I said,
Alex Healey definitely got the better end of the stick than David Brackett on that restart right there.
Yeah, you saw David Brackett just happened to basically push the 80. Whoa, 38
there he goes. 88, 16, big contact to the inside wall.
22 looks like he's going to make it through.
Caution out here at lap 115.
I think the 88 might have a broken control arm. No, looks like he was just getting on the gas there a little hard. So it looks like Ed Osborne, or excuse me, Joey Doucette, Wes Wiggin, David Brackett around. We'll go back and see what happened here with David Brackett.
Oh, 38 got loose. Oh, and the 88. Joey Doucette, man, unfortunate for him. He's going to take big contact. Scott Madden, he's going to go through the rolling chicane right there on the back stretch of the cars.
Hey, man, we're not at Charlotte yet.
Good save from the Portland Pell 22 of Scott Madden. Did something happen to Ed Osborne, or was he just low trying to avoid some stuff, and that's where he got caught back up in the shot?
Woo.
Nah, Ed's just out of the gas right there. Okay. Good to see that we didn't have another car involved in that.
Yeah, it looks like Ed just out of the gas there. Okay. Good deal. Yeah, we'll go on board here with Joey Doucette, though. We'll watch it from his point of view. See that 38 just get loose right there. 88 just nowhere to go. 16 tries to get slowed down. Just big shot there, though.
Caught it, Chris. You said it wasn't going to be the last caution of the night, and man, it wasn't.
Riding on board here with Wes Wiggin. We'll see it from his point of view. Yeah, you just see that 38 get loose. There's really nothing you can do at this track. He tries to avoid it, but man, looks like he fared a little bit. Yeah, didn't take a big shot like that 16 did, but man, I thought that 16 hit a little harder, or that 88 hit a little harder than that. But Wes Wiggin gonna survive. He's gonna not take a big hit like that 16 though. That's unfortunate for that 16. He has had a really fast race truck all night tonight, and man, just like we always say, just always getting caught up in the mess.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for the 16 of Joey Doucette. He needed a good run here tonight. And he's had one up to this point. Now it's going to kill him a little bit. He's going to have to try to, maintain the best finish he can with a beat-up race truck now. As it looks like here with about, 7 to go? 8 laps to go? We're going to go ahead and throw it to an LNS Custom side-by-side for just a moment. Under this caution break, get a word from our sponsor. We'll be right back with you.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
We welcome you back. It's going to be a 5-lap shootout here when we hit the stripe. Pace car off. Alex Healey, Bobby Hall. Bobby Hall going to fire off there on the inside lane. 97. Looks like the 81 of Taylor Peacock got a good restart as well. We'll see if he tries to make a daring move here into the opening corner, as it looks like the 97. It's going to get washed up there.
A lot of playoff driver banners up there in the front.
Oh, yes, sir. That's what you like to see here. Coming to 4 laps to go. This time by Chris.
Yeah, Bobby Hall Jr., this is your race.
Alex Healey did not get a good restart, but it looks like he's getting those tires to really roll that outside lane.
Ooh, 4 laps to go. This is where everything's going to get set up. See Daniel Worthington making the move to the outside. This is where everything's going to get a little dicey. Bobby Hall Jr. got about a 3/10 gap over the 81 of Taylor Peacock. So this is where, so stuff's going to happen. Oh, Jason Bridges up into the wall.
Healey going to clear the 77. That's going to allow him to get a run here with the 2 drivers on old tires. 3 to go. Look at Twitty working his way back to the field here. 97 now on the back bumper of the 81. Coming to 2 to go, Chris.
This is going to be 2 to go. Oh, my goodness. This is where this. Oh, look at that. The 77 of Doug Neal on the inside there of Blanchard.
81 high. The 97 going to get to the inside lane. He's going to close that gap. White flag next time, Chris. I'm sorry. I did not mean to cut you off. This is just intense. Bobby Hall Jr. having the race of his dreams right now up here in the lead. White flag. Bobby Hall Jr. 94. Just got to make it around one more time. Here comes Blanchard.
Looks like Healey trying to make a move to the inside. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to stick, though. The 81 on that outside lane. Let's see if the 97, he's not going to be able to make the pass. It's the 81 going to be battling on for the 97.
Who will it be? Blanchard rolling the outside for 3rd place, but coming out of turn number 4, checkered flag in hand, Bobby Hall Jr. going to grab the win. Taylor Peacock 2nd. Alex Healey 3rd place. What a finish.
Man, Bobby Hall Jr. just really showing that he had the pace here tonight. Man, that Ford, like I saw Phoebe Talata say in the Facebook chat, that Ford sure does look good up front. Well, it definitely looks a lot better up there in Victory Lane.
Oh, yes, sir, with the confetti all over it. And you're going to be seeing that 94 come to the checkered here in just a moment and throw a fat burnout, I'm sure. As you see the 81 of Taylor Peacock stopping there on the bottom of the track to go back into the pit road to end his session. You see the 113 of Daniel Worthington looks like he wants to celebrate there with the 94 Bobby Hall Jr. As they are two teammates, but that 94 gonna pull it up, virtually hop out that car, probably get a drink or something for real after that session. Run up to the flag stand, grab that checkered flag, and it looks like we are going to see the burnout from the 94 as he is going to whip that joint around. Yes, sir. Congratulations to the 94 Ford F-150, the Flex Motorsports of Bobby Hall Jr.
Just want to give a big shout out to say hello, Miss Shelby, out there on
that's
on
awesome,
the
man.
YouTube.
Look at them all up there.
They're going to do that three-way.
Look, the trucks are all kissing out cute.
Oh, look at it. You're going to see that team
man.
burnout.
Just teammates celebrate together. That's what you like to see, man. That's what it's all about. Two of them playoff drivers. They're all just still up there hanging out, man, enjoying Bobby Hall's win. That's what you like to see, man. But hey, Chris, you got those results ready?
They are up on the screen now.
There is your post-race results. Oh, the 113 just hopped like a lowrider right there as he was going to do his burnout. As the 94 is going to pick up the race win here tonight. You're going to see Taylor Peacock finish a strong P2. The 2-2 tire guys picking up the 1 and 2 here tonight. That's what you like to see with the strategies. Alex Healey going to finish third after a chargeback, trying to pick up the win, man. Unfortunate for Alex Healey. I was saying to Chris, this is his race to lose, man. He has done good all night, and unfortunately here with the 2 tires, it's not going to come into fruition for him, but he's going to pick up P3. Christopher Blanchard, P4 with Travis Twitty, P5. Doug Neal, P6 with David Brackett, P7. Daniel Worthington, P8 with Ed Osborne, P9. Wes Wiggin, P10 with Jason Bridges finishing 11th. Scott Madden going to finish in 12th with Joey Doucette, in 13th. Akamai Proctor going to finish 14th with Cody Verrill 15th. Ron Morris Jr. 16th. Josh Clemens 17th. And rounding out your field here tonight will be that 48 machine of Robert Richards. It does look like we have Bobby Hall and Taylor Peacock ready. We'll go ahead and get our race winner up here. I'm sure we'll have Alex Healey with us in a moment. And if not, we'll see if we are having an interview with him. If not, we'll let you know. Either way, we'll see. I'm trying to see if I see him in the Discord before I get everybody ready. Yep, he just jumped in. There he goes. He was probably avoiding me. So, yep, looks like we do got all 3 of our drivers actually ready. We're going to go ahead and bring up that 94, Bobby Hall Jr. Have a word with him. All right, sorry about that. Was just having a little bit of difficulty right there with Discord. Now we're going to get that 94 Bobby Hall Jr. and have a word with him. Bobby Hall Jr., Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. Do you got a copy, sir?
What's going on, guys?
Man. What's going on is the 2-tire hot topic. Not only did you take 2 tires right there at the end, but you picked up win number 2 on the season. Bobby, man, the strategy. What was going on in your guys' head right there to make you take 2? And, man, it freaking played off. And I think with that caution there playing into your hand a little bit, you had the car to beat right there. Bobby, congratulations, man. Hell of a strategy from the 94 camp tonight.
Yeah, that was definitely not planned. Coming in pit road, because I know in the pits, if a car is too close, you might get hit. And I overshot my pit. So I'm like, shit. So I called an audible, took 2 tires and 5 gallons of gas and prayed. I prayed.
Hey, you got to have fast hands right there, man, to switch out from 4 tires to 2 tires, all while trying to manage to get to your pit stall. Bobby, man, again, congratulations, dude. We know it might have been off a little bit of an error, but the strategy, the quick thinking, like you said, the audible, almost like a quarterback right there at the behind the center. You made the quick changes, and you came out successful here tonight, man. That was an awesome job from you, Bobby. And right there in the end, man, do you think Alex Healey would have had something for you? It looked like he had a little bit of a bad restart right there, but Do you think those 2 tires would have definitely held on right there, even if he would have gotten up with a good restart?
I think if we didn't get that second caution, and him and Alex were battling pretty good, so that kind of held them up enough for me to get out there. But I knew if I was behind those guys during that pit stop, I don't think I could have got around them. And I mean, I just got lucky on the starts, and like I said, just got that enough out there where they're still battling side by side. And I seen Peacock starting to catch me and won because I was just taking her safe on entry, so I didn't plow like a dump truck. And she paid off. You know, I'm glad to get this monkey off and going in the right direction.
Heck yeah, man. You guys looked very solid tonight in the 94 camp. I got to say, Bobby, it's always good. We were talking about coming in tonight, and I even said this post-race, we're going to see a top 3 that we probably did not expect coming into tonight. Bobby Hall Jr., Taylor Peacock, and then we were expecting Alex Healey, with as dominant as he was all night, to pick up the win. But, man, you guys came in through the quick audible, even with the messed up pit cycle or pit stop. You were able to quick think, get yourself set back up. That just shows how aware you are. And a lot of guys right there would have fumbled the ball in that situation, you know, and you were able to quick think, quick hands, and get yourself back out on the racetrack on 2 tires, and with a little bit of luck on your side, pick up win number 2. Bobby, congratulations, buddy. And if you've got any final words, thoughts, or anything, man, throw it out there, because I got to say that was a hell of a race, and we enjoyed every minute of it from up here.
Heck yeah. Definitely got to think Team Flex. Dan, Wes, me, Dakota, you know, without us trying to work together with strategies and kind of think out of the box sometimes, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I like to thank you two in the booth, even though you still get the name or the number wrong. I'm still keeping tally. You're at like $8 now. And I like to thank Jason for putting this league on. And, you know, it's definitely a nice league to get into. Once you start racing with the guys, you know how they race. And next week's a nice week to relax at Martinsville. Oh boy, that's going to be a toughie. Or Iowa, I mean. Or no, I don't know. Martinsville. Yeah, I hate short tracks. Yeah, like I said, just do some more practice, I guess.
Heck yeah, man. We'll rest up for tonight, man. You picked up the race win going into the playoffs here, and you know, again, congratulations to you, Bobby. And hey, we hope we have a word with you here soon, man. And again, congratulations on tonight. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir. And that was Bobby Hall Jr. You hear it, man, the quick thinking. Oh, shoot, I just missed my pit stall. I got to throw on right sides only and get out there and win this dang race. Congratulations to Bobby Hall Jr. We're going to go ahead and have a word with Taylor Peacock. Hopefully he wasn't on that same strategy of missing his pit stalls too. Maybe he was just really wanting to take the 2 tires. We'll go ahead and pick his brain and see what Taylor Peacock's got to say. Taylor Peacock, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir. How's it going, boys?
Going fantastic, man. And I got to say for yourself, also a very good night from you. And Taylor, got to ask a question here before we get too far going. We know Bobby messed up his pit stop, and that's why he went 2 tires. Was it purely strategy from you, or did you get into the pit stall a little bit funny or anything?
No, it was, I didn't realize that for Bobby. No, it was pure strategy. I was back in, I think, 7th or 8th beforehand. I knew the all-day left sides haven't been wearing too bad, so I figured now's the time to try it, and I got that 1 caution with a couple laps in. That helped me, but it's some good hard racing. I loved it. I got lucky to get P2, but I think I had a top 5 car before the end, though.
Yeah, we were saying, man, early in the race, we were going to have so many guys up here in the, 1, 2, and 3 positions that maybe we weren't expecting tonight. And, you were one of those guys that qualified well, P7 here tonight. You rolled off the field early. You made a little bit of early contact, or, got into some racing incident. We won't say you made contact. Yeah. That was just a pure racing incident right there. But, that might have, hindered your night a little bit for some people. But, Taylor, you came back strong, man. And, all night, even with the 2-tire strategies you guys had a very fast race truck, and it was good to see you guys fight back from all the adversity here.
Yeah, for sure. I was not my best track. I love it. It's a dang fun track, that is for sure. But I come in, I wanted to get some stage points, and get a solid finish, which I was able to do that. And I got Martinsville circled next week, one of my favorites. So we'll see what happens.
Heck yeah, man. I agree with you on that with one of the favorites. It's an awesome track. But Taylor, man, we're excited to see you get out there next week and race at Martinsville. Won't get too far ahead. Congratulations on the well-deserved P2 here tonight, man. It was a awesome race to the finish there. Thought we were going to see even closer of a photo finish with you starting to pull up. But, hey, it was starting to play out, maybe a couple more laps. But a good run from the 81 machine tonight, man. And if you've got any final words before we let you get out of the booth tonight, buddy, you're more than welcome to throw them out there. We'll let you get on your way.
Yeah, I just like to thank my teammates at Misfits. Sucks Joey didn't get a finish like he deserved. He had a fast truck. It's been fun racing with them guys. It's been awesome racing in this league. I've had a blast this year. Good hard racing, good close racing. And also, I love going back and watching the broadcast with my kids. They love it. You guys are doing an awesome job. I appreciate you guys as well.
Heck yeah, man. We appreciate you. We appreciate you sharing it out with the youngins, man. It's always good them going back and saying, "Hey, that's me up there." You know that, right? That's me.
Yeah.
But yes,
Yeah.
we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Hi, Addison, Braxton, and Rylan. There we go. Thank you.
Heck yeah, man. Well, hey, we appreciate you, Taylor. And what did you have something to say?
I was gonna say, hello, Taylor's kids. I forgot my mic was muted. I'm sorry, but hello, Taylor's kids. Hope you enjoyed it.
I'm sure you're making them blush now.
now that's twice they've gotten the shout out, So
yeah.
Taylor, we appreciate you though, man, and hey, appreciate everything you've done here tonight, man, and the good racing you were able to put on, and hey, appreciate the kind words and appreciate having you up here, buddy. But hey, we'll hope to see you next week at Martinsville. We know you said you got it circled, man, and congratulations on that P2 tonight, and hopefully we'll be seeing you soon.
All right. Thank you, boys. Have a good one.
You too, man. Can you tell we appreciate him? All right, well, we're going to go ahead and bring up Alex Healey and have a word with our third and final interview of the night. Alex Healey, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
Yes, you do.
Man, I know you're probably a little bit bummed out right now after that pole start. And, man, just that second restart right there, I'm sure with that last caution coming out, you were ready to strangle somebody. But, Alex, man, P3 here tonight, man, and I got to say, just a good run from you and just didn't get that final restart like you needed.
Yeah, that was after that the second to last caution, when I was running second behind Bobby, without a shadow of doubt, I was very confident I was going to run him down. And then we get the last caution and come out P3 behind him and Taylor and just have probably the worst restart I've ever had in my life. It was just pathetic, honestly. And then kind of got trapped on the top and couldn't put the four tires to work. And I got to give credit to Taylor and Bobby. I mean, they took two tires and they freaking hung on to it. I thought for sure they'd be pushing like a dump truck, but they hung on to it and I couldn't do any. I just got stuck in a bad spot, and that's my fault, but that's racing. That's how they go sometimes.
Yeah, man, that is how it goes. I mean, you looked so solid all night here tonight, man. Had such a good race truck, and unfortunately, sometimes that's the way it just has to go. The bed's made. Sometimes you got to sleep in it, and hey, we hate it for you, Alex, but man, it was a good run here tonight. We saw some great racing up there in the front all night, and there for a minute it was looking like it was going to be you and David Brackett until he got into a little bit of his own altercation back there. But Alex, I gotta say, you put on one hell of a show here tonight, man. Stinks about the restart, but hey, it was still a well-deserved P3 here tonight. I thought you were going to go out there and win this race.
Well, that makes two of us, man.
Yeah, I thought it was for sure going to be a Healey win here tonight. Me and Chris were talking about it in one of the last commercial breaks. I said, this is his race to lose. He's done so well here all night. If he's the only person that I could expect to go out there and win it right now. And man, it's tough. It's one of those things that, I know what it's like as a driver, but I know you're going to brush it off, man. Going into Martinsville next week, I'm expecting to see that 97 looking strong again. And Alex, if you've got any final words, man, you can go ahead and throw them out there and we'll let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, we're looking forward to Martinsville. With about 10 laps to go, I was thinking about how I'm not going to have to race hard at Martinsville, but now we're going to have to. I think we'll probably shake out maybe fourth-ish in points. I know we got some good stage points too, but I'll just have to get back in the lab, get some practice laps in, and get the hairpin or the paperclip figured out, and see if we can get into this championship because that's my goal, is to be racing for something at Charlotte here at the end of the season.
Heck yeah, man. Well, we appreciate you having a few words with us here tonight, Alex. Man, we got to compliment you on all your good racing here this season, and hopefully the hard work pays off for you here in the coming future. But excited to see what you got for us at Martinsville, man. And Alex, good night to you, and we'll be hopefully seeing you in the booth next week, buddy.
Yeah, for sure. If you guys don't care, a couple shout outs real quick.
Oh yeah, for sure, man, for sure.
Yeah. Just a shout out as always to my family watching. I know my wife's she's in bed sick. She might be asleep right now, but she's watched every race. I know my brother-in-law is watching. My uncle-in-law is watching, and of course my spotter Dave. He got me into iRacing. I just hit my 1 year mark like 2 weeks ago, and he's helped me every step of the way from getting my rig set up to getting triples set up and helping me spend all my damn money on this stuff and finding this league and talking me into joining it when I wasn't sure I was ready if I was at a level where I could do this kind of stuff yet. And he's crew chiefing me every race, giving me good calls, keeping me pumped up, all the good stuff. So it's a big shout out to everybody supporting me, and I appreciate the heck out of all of them.
Okay, man. Well, we appreciate the heck out of you. Sorry, I usually do say shout outs and all that, but I didn't even think about saying that. But
you're good, man. I'm gonna let it slide this time, but I'll talk to you about it next week when I'm back up here.
I got you. I got freaking Bobby Hall now telling me about the wrong number. Got $8 on me. I got all y'all writing my name down on a list I don't need to be a part of. I need to do one of those Ernie Irvin 93 Talladega talks with the whole crew. I just need to let y'all know I'm sorry. But,
oh God, I just got a message. Thanks, Jason, for putting on the league. He said, didn't even say thanks to your boy, shaking my head. So thanks, Jason.
See, look at that, man. Look at that. We're all on the list now. We got to get out of here, Alex. We got to get out of here.
I know, and I'm going to be starting from the back next week. I'm going to be black flagged and watered up. My God, I'm in trouble now.
Well, Alex, man, through all the kind-hearted fun, man, we're glad that you're able to come up here and have a word with us in the booth. But, hey, buddy, again, congratulations on tonight, man. And we'll be hopefully seeing you next week at Martinsville.
Sounds good, man. I look forward to talking to you guys again.
Yes, sir. We got to work on getting off those lists, buddy. Good night.
See you guys.
Good night, man. And that was Alex Healey, our third and final interview with Chris. Any final words here from Iowa before we get out of here tonight? We got to make a trip over to Charlotte.
Yeah, just a big shout out to everybody out there on that Facebook, on that YouTube page. Do appreciate everybody coming out here and watching these races, and letting us be able to do this. Big shout out to LNS Customs, ButtKicker, Kinder Performance Group, and Barber Ford Motorsports. Cannot do it without them. They have made this season a lot of fun and really awesome, and we just could not do it without them. Big shout out to them. Also, big shout out to all the Bluegrass family, all the Bluegrass faithful. Jason for allowing us to be able to do this. All the guys that sit in race control that, help us be able to help Jason be able to put this on and, just make this, a really fun thing. So this is something that we really enjoy. And, man, I can't wait for next week at Martinsville, but tomorrow night in the Xfinity, that's going to be a lot of fun at the Charlotte Roval.
Yeah, it's the change of pace tomorrow night for Xfinity and the Cup Series. They're going to be at Charlotte Roval for their playoff races, so you're not going to want to miss that. But just a big shout out one more time to LNS Customs, ButtKicker, Kinder Performance Group, and Barber Ford Motorsports, for everything they do for our league and Bluegrass. Big shout out to all the fans over on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and hit that like button. Give us a little bit more support right there. That helps out the page a lot more than you think it does. Just that one click of that like button really does help a long way, and we appreciate everything our fans do, all of our drivers, everybody over there on the Facebook as well. Make sure to hit that like button, share us out on your feeds, or to any of your friends that love iRacing or just watching racing in general. I'm sure they'd get a kick out of seeing some great racing here that the Bluegrass guys put on, and we'd enjoy some extra company over there in the Facebook chat and some new fans sitting in the stands. But hey, other than that, this has been Chris and Josh up here in Iowa. We're gonna have to hit the road here virtually and travel to Charlotte tonight now to get to the Charlotte Roval. We're not rich enough for planes yet, so Bluegrass, we've been trying to get Jason to buy us a private jet, but he just won't, so that kind of stinks. But either way, we're going to go ahead and get on the road here so we can be tomorrow night with you guys at the Charlotte Roval. Other than that, that's been all from us up here in the booth. It's been Chris Kiwis and myself, Josh Kiwis, saying thank you so long, and we will see you tomorrow night, 9 p.m. at the Charlotte Roval for the Xfinity cars as they start their round of 8.